Okay, Wolastoq Park here on the west side of St. John, just before the first St. Falls Bridge. And I guess this is going to be the first time everyone's going to be hearing me, like it or not. But I kind of want to talk about everything that went into the last couple of years of my life. Also to test this mic out, because I'm right above a flapping flag and some wind. So I just kind of wanted to see how everything would work out here. So I moved here to St. John in 2023, and I still hold to this day that it was the best thing I could have done for me and my family. And yes, she's aware, and I'm not speaking for my wife in this case, but I came from Toronto to here, like I said, in 2023, just for a change of pace and lifestyle. I was working remote, so my job could come with me, so was my wife. So yes, that was a huge plus in being able to make a decision like this. But overall, it was just a matter of, I was kind of not a fan of the lifestyle in Toronto anymore. I hated going outside just because, at least from my perspective, everyone's pretty miserable. And I'm sure that's not the case across the board. Maybe I was miserable and I was projecting. That's also a possibility. But at one point, where we were living and where we're at didn't align with our goals. So we decided to just make that happen. So we packed our bags, drove across 2 provinces, and made our home here. It was kind of a crazy process overall, especially since I've never done it before. Some people are going to laugh, but when you don't know how to get all your stuff shipped across the country, it's kind of scary. Kind of worked out though. Only one thing broke. It was fine. It wasn't that important. That one was my fault. But it took a little bit of adjusting. But for what it's worth, I never really wanted to go out and talk to any neighbors, really, while I was growing up, or just the last few years living in Toronto. And one of the first things I did here was I was on my front lawn talking to my neighbor for a couple hours. So it's a big change all around and all for the better. I am speaking fairly generally right now because, like I said, this is the first time I'll be talking on this channel. Second time there'll be audio other than some background music track on the channel. So there will be more, hopefully, to talk about. Full disclosure, I am now currently a real estate salesperson with Exit Realty, but I just have to let you know that, full disclosure, keep everything proper. But I'm here to just talk about the place, because if you want to move here, you want to move here. And if you want to move here, use who you trust and who you want to use. There's not going to sit here and try to convince you. But yeah, it's quite the lifestyle change. People will question is specifically St. John overall, just because of the industry. Because while I am in this park here, and we're gonna get on the move here in a second. Sorry if the camera gets a little wonky. I am using kind of a selfie stick as it is right now. So I'm going to hold this as still as I can, even though I have the thing around my neck, but I decided I wanted to do it this way for whatever reason. So as we walk through Wolastoq Park here, we will get to, it seems like everyone's kind of overall concern and whatnot with St. John, but this wasn't a deciding factor for me personally. So right here that we're walking up on is Irving Pulp and Paper. Don't know why I'm talking like that. I'm gonna do that again. So what we're walking up to here is Irving Pulp and Paper. Whatever, I'm over it. So it's Irving Pulp and Paper over here. Big industry, right where the St. John River meets the Bay of Fundy. So, just gonna let this car go by me here. Right, so, what was I saying? Irving Pulp and Paper, where the St. John River meets the Bay of Fundy. And the thing I heard the most, that people that kind of talk ill of this place, is that how is there this heavy industry this close to the city? Because, let's see if I can get a shot of it. In general, so this is the west side of St. John. You would cross this bridge over here, or you can see where the train goes, which is the railway that goes across, but there is a bridge over there, which if you cross, you'll be going into towards uptown. But as you can see, even over there, hopefully, is that there is a lot of residential units. Not so much right here, so they do kind of have some space, but people keep saying that like, why would you have industry that close to the city? And the reality is, it's like it is a port city with heavy industry, regardless of how you feel about the Irvings, which I may have said already. I have no qualms with them, and I'm sure if you have qualms with them, you might take a different stance, which you're completely entitled to, while I figure out how to get down here without shattering my ankles, because I think I hear a train coming on along, and I might be able to get a nice front-person view of part 2 of St. John. As if you live in St. John, you're hearing a train, you don't have a choice, you deal with it. Now, is there some things for infrastructure that you could fix with the trains? Probably. Sorry again, as I'm trying to get adjusted so I can see if this train is coming or not, which I think it is. Now, it's kind of a steep decline here, so this is about as far as I can go, but we're going to see if we can catch this train, if it's coming this way or not. I thought I saw it, but we'll definitely see. As you can also hopefully see in the background, is we got the port just past the Reversing Falls Bridge over there with, I believe it is 6 cranes now. When I got here in 2023, there was only 2. So, oh, here he comes. Awesome. I've actually never seen this before either. I'm in a shared moment right now. Cool. But yeah, if I had to sum up this city, it is industry, and it's trains, and wind, as he says, trying to make sure he doesn't roll off the side of this cliff into the middle of this road. But it might not be for everybody. But this is definitely for me. I decided to go with this for the first time talking, because there's going to be stuff you don't... Oh, this is a great test to see if we can get over this train too. So this is the city I chose to live in, and as it is right now, I would not change it for anything. This is going to be really interesting to see if you can hear me over the train and the wind. I'm actually really looking forward to this. But yeah, I want to see how this goes as much as anyone else. And hopefully, definitely, well, you'll be hearing me rambling on incoherently once again.